So, previous video we have stopped with getting started with word processing writer. So, this video is a continuation of your previous video. So, we are going to again start with getting started with writer. LibreOffice Writer word processor. So, we are going to start with writer. Several word processing softwares are available to prepare the report, but still we use LibreOffice because it is a free and open source software which is available on the web that I have mentioned you already in the previous video. Now, let us see an example. A school teacher arranged a field visit of class 9 students to a national level IT job fair. The purpose was to know the scope and opportunity in IT/ITES sector. After the visit, the students were given an assignment to submit a report which should include details about the IT/ITES industry in India with pictures, responsibilities of a data entry operator, and the education and experience required to be one software on the computer. The students had to prepare a draft report on a paper. It had to be typed and printed. Initially, the students thought to use a typewriter to type the report, but the typewriter cannot provide the facility to type with various fonts and colors, and also they would not be able to add pictures using a typewriter. So now we understood the drawbacks of typewriter. We cannot add pictures, we cannot add graphics, we cannot change colors or fonts, etc. So those drawbacks are overcome with the help of the word processing software. Therefore, the students they prepared the report by using the word processing software called our LibreOffice. This provides various features to make the report more attractive. It was printable and changes could be made in the file anytime. There are a variety of computer software applications used to prepare such reports later in offices, schools and colleges. Let us study how to use the word processing application to prepare a report. Let us prepare the report in LibreOffice Writer. Now the students have decided to prepare the report in LibreOffice Writer. So the presentation of the final report should be as shown in the following report page. Here is a report page. The teacher has assigned an assignment to prepare a report on the job fair. They went on a field visit. So the report has to be in this format. So this documentation have to be prepared using the LibreOffice Writer. Okay, so when we are back to our school, you also will be given such kind of practices to prepare documentations. So if you have computers at home, you can even prepare the example of this document. You can also practice and prepare it. To prepare the above report, we will first learn how to open LibreOffice Writer and then type the text of the above report. How to start with a LibreOffice Writer? You can use this LibreOffice both in both Windows operating system as well as your Linux operating system. So how to start in Windows? Double click the LibreOffice Writer shortcut, which is usually found on the computer desktop. LibreOffice Writer, once you install it, it will be available in your desktop. So if it is Windows operating system, you can just double click and choose the LibreOffice Writer. Look at the screen here. This is your LibreOffice Writer screen. Another way of opening LibreOffice Writer, alternatively, click on the Start or Windows button. Select LibreOffice Writer from application window. You can start even from the take LibreOffice Writer even from the Start button. Using the search command, type the word writer in the search field and select LibreOffice Writer from the offered results. You can even search the application using the search button, search command. Suppose if you are using a Linux operating system, you would have seen in our computer lab also the Ubuntu operating system. When you switch on the computers, automatically it gets into the operating system called Ubuntu From there you switch over to Windows. So in case if you are in Ubuntu Linux operating system, you can also use this LibreOffice Writer icon on the application launcher as it is shown in figure 3.3. Look at this figure. This is your Ubuntu Linux operating system where you can find your LibreOffice Writer. Okay. Creating a document. Create a new text document by using File menu. New option. As you know already how you have used Microsoft Office, the same way you can also create a document here using the File menu and New option. Similarly, step 2, you can save the file by clicking on the File menu Save option. So the File menu has got different options. They are File, New, File, Save, and also Save As option. When do you use Save and Save As? Save As option when you are supposed to save your file in another name. Suppose you have saved the file already, you wanted to change the file name and save it in a different location, then you can use Save As option. Number 4, closing the document. You can choose File and Close option. Number 5, opening the document. There are few shortcut keys also for few other menus and options. So you can use File Open for opening the document, or you can use Control plus O. See, look at this picture. It is your LibreOffice Writer window. Here you have got File menu, which has got different options like New, Open. For a shortcut key you can use Control plus O, Control plus S for save, Control plus Shift plus S for save as, and different other options are also available in the File menu. This is your LibreOffice Writer window. This is a new text document in Writer. If you click on File menu, New and Text document, it displays you with a new text document. To save a document using password, select File and Save. Select the location on disk to save the file. Type a suitable name for the document. Click on the Save button. To save the document with password, you are supposed to tick the checkbox called Save with a Password. Type the password to open the file in Set Password dialog box. So all these options and menus are highlighted with a blue mark so that you can find it out easily. The steps to save a document using password. So you can give passwords for a document you are preparing. Type the same password in the second box and click OK button. Parts of the Writer window. What are the parts available in Writer window? Look at this diagram. You have got a title bar, menu bar, standard toolbar, formatting toolbar, a status bar, scroll bar, control, status bar. So these are parts of the Writer window. Title bar. As I told you, the title bar is located at the top of the writer window. It shows the title of the currently opened document. Which document you have opened currently, that document's name will be displayed on the title bar. The name of the document means the file name of the document saved on the disk. For a new document, it shows the title of the document as untitled. If you have opened a new document, then it shows untitled. Only if you save it with the option called file and save, it shows you with a saved name. Menu bar. It appears below the title bar. It shows the menu items like file, edit, view, insert, format, tables, tools. So look at the menu bar here. It shows the options called file, view, edit, etc. On selecting a menu item, its submenu will open below the menu item. We can select any item in the submenu. See, menu bar is nothing but if you click on that particular menu, it gives you some list of submenus. From that you can choose any options. That is called a menu bar. For example, your file menu has got different options like new, open, save as, etc. They are the submenus of the file menu. So look at this figure 3.6. Here you can see this file menu in the menu bar has got different submenus: new, open, save as, send, print. Options are available under the file menu. Selecting the file menu shows submenu as shown in figure. The submenu item which shows three dots. See, in file menus, few menus have got three dots onto it. There are three dots. What does it refer to? These three dots in the file menu means clicking on it will open the dialog box. When you click on that, it will open a dialog box. Okay, if suppose that menu has got three dots, it opens into a dialog box. If at all, if that menu has got a small arrow mark like this hand side arrows, then it means that it is going to open with a sub menu. Understood? Next, toolbars. The toolbar appears below menu bar. By default, there are two toolbars. They are standard and formatting toolbars. The other toolbars can be activated by clicking on view menu. There are by default you can see only standard and the formatting toolbars. If you wanted to use the other tools, then you have to go to view menu from the menu bar and choose the different other toolbars options. The selected toolbar will show the sign before the toolbar. Suppose we select find toolbar. Suppose if you wanted to find and replace toolbars options you need, then if you go on to view menu and click on the find and toolbars option and find and replace toolbars, then it appears as given below. Next, standard toolbar. It contains commands in the form of icons. Toolbar contains icons. All those commands are nothing but they are commands in the form of icons. Formatting toolbar also provides graphical representations. Using formatting toolbars, you can change the text color, font style. All formattings can be done with the formatting toolbar, and graphical representations of commands are given in the form of icons. Status bar. Look at this picture. You can see the status bar which shows your current page number, out of how many pages, which page number you are, and how many words you have typed, how many characters. So it counts the words and characters, the default style, page style, and the language you have used. Similarly, the which mode you have selected, print mode or document mode. Document changes status of the document. Can view the layout, which layout, zooming, and the zoom percentage. All these are Nothing but it shows the current status of your document, that is your status bar. Scroll button and scroll bars, it is used to scroll left and right and up and down. That you all know, scroll bars which is used to move the page left and right and up and down. Zoom, it allows to change the scale of the text and pictures in the document only for view. Zooming, you know, in order to have a clear final finishing quality of the document, you can use the zoom option. Suppose if you couldn't find any errors, suppose you are unable to see the errors, you can just zoom in and find out whether any errors present in the documentation. Cursor movement. You know what is a cursor? I have told in the previous chapter 2 keyboarding skills, the mouse pointers I've told you. What is a cursor? How does it look like? It looks like a eye, right, on the document. So that is called a text cursor. How does a text cursor move? Observe the location of the text cursor. See where the text cursor is. If you are opened a new document, then the cursor is in the beginning of the document. You can press the cursor control keys. So you can use the arrow keys or any alphabets, and you can use the cursor control arrow keys to move the cursor left, right, up and down positions. There are two keys above the cursor control keys. Above the arrow keys, you have got two keys, that is home and end key. What is this home and end key? Home key, if you press, simply it takes the cursor to the beginning of the line. Where it is actually, suppose the cursor is in the fifth line. Suppose your cursor is in this part. If you press the home key, it takes the cursor to this position. That is beginning of the line where the cursor was previously. Then what is end key? End key, suppose if your cursor is in any position, it takes the cursor to the end of the line. That is end key. What will happen if you press these two keys along with a combination of some other keys? For example, your control keys. If you press control plus home key, then what happens? Suppose if you press control plus home, if the cursor is somewhere here, it takes the cursor to the beginning of the document. It takes the cursor to the beginning of the document. End key takes the cursor to the end of the document. That is the difference between pressing the home and end key individually and with a combination of the other keys. So the remaining part of the chapter we'll see in the next session, children. So till now we have seen the parts of the writer window and what are the toolbars and what other options are available, what is the menu bar, what are the menus available, how to open a LibreOffice, what is the use of this word processing software, why do we use LibreOffice, everything we saw this session. So next session there are few more options available, few more documentation tips you are going to get. So soon we'll meet in the next session. Thank you students. Finish off your homeworks and your classworks and submit today.